Let me introduce you to my grandpa. His name is William, but we call him Pa. He is the sweetest, most funny and intelligent person that you will ever meet, the perfect grandpa. He's a retired primary head teacher and writer. He likes collecting stones, whittling, reading, gardening. But most of all, he loves his family and his wife of 61 years, my wonderful grandma. About 5 years ago, she started noticing that he was repeating the same stories. This turned to forgetting where he put things, to not quite remembering what he did last week, until eventually he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. He was still himself, still chatty and witty, just a little forgetful, until 2 years ago he had a stroke. This gave him aphasia, which stripped him the ability to speak and write, and it also gave him a new, worse form of dementia called vascular dementia, which stopped him from remembering as little as what he did 2 minutes ago. For those who don't know of vascular dementia, it occurs when there is a reduced amount of blood flow to the brain. This can cause slow thinking, forgetfulness, confusion, and sometimes even a change in personality and behaviour. Luckily for us, he just suffers from the slow thinking, confusion, forgetfulness, and not the changes in personality and behaviour. Again, he is still himself, just now after the stroke, without the words or the memories to express it. Watching him struggle over his words and barely remember what he just said has broken my family's hearts. So I've become adamant that I will not let anything similar happen to me, my parents, or my future children. Obviously, as much as I'd love to, I can't just quit school and go work in a dementia research lab to ensure this. But what I can do, and have done, is educate myself on the disease and possible cures they are finding and share some of them with you today. So to start, I will briefly explain what actually occurs in the brain of dementia patients. The most common form of dementia is Alzheimer's, and it's thought to be caused by a build-up of unwanted proteins tangling around the brain cells, which causes them to slowly die. This all sounds very daunting, I know, but there's a lot of hope. Almost 1 million people in the UK have Alzheimer's, so there's a lot of research going into it and its possible cures from many different organisations across the country. From all the recent research I have done, I have selected 3 pieces which I find the most relevant to share with you now. So, research number 1. Imagine being able to have a blood test for Alzheimer's on the NHS within the next 5 years. This may be possible due to a new £5 million project called Blood Biomarker Challenge, which is led by 3 of the leading organisations within the field. The project aims to develop a blood test for Alzheimer's which can diagnose the disease much earlier and much more accurately than current methods. This would be an amazing breakthrough, as currently less than 2/3 of people with Alzheimer's have a formal diagnosis, and those who can get one can face up to 4 years of waiting time before receiving any treatment, especially for younger patients. Research number 2. July of last year, results of a new Alzheimer's drug trial were confirmed. This drug was thought to be able to slow the clinical decline of people with Alzheimer's by 35%. Although this may not seem like much, and the drug can come with some side effects, scientists believe that this was another milestone, and that the impact of Alzheimer's on people and society is finally changing. And research number 3 is about preventing the disease, and it's the reason that I decided to name my talk Why We Should All Drink Duckweed Smoothies. A few months ago, I was reading Psychology Today magazine when I came across these fabulous things called polyphenols. You may have heard of them. Polyphenols are a large family of phenols, which is a type of organic compound, and they're found in many foods such as black olives, green tea, red wine, berries, and most importantly, duckweed. Recent research shows that polyphenols are a powerful strategy to not only halt, but reverse early signs of cognitive decline such as Alzheimer's, and duckweed contains 200 types of them. There's a lot of recent evidence that diets rich in polyphenols and other foods such as fish, whole grains, nuts, and other plants are vitally important in reducing the risk of getting the disease. Changing our diet is just one of the many things that we can all try to do to prevent the disease, whilst all the research and possible cures develop. So maybe it is too late for my grandpa, but it's definitely not too late for you, me, and future generations, especially with your new best friend, duckweed.